Relax for a moment. Grab a coffee or tea or whatever helps you slow your thoughts just enough to listen. And if you enjoy these deep dives into strange systems, hidden histories, and things that don't quite add up, make sure to like this video, leave a comment, and share it with someone who enjoys thinking a little too much. Now, imagine a video, a normal video, uploaded to the internet, watched by a few people, nothing special. And then it disappears. Not just taken down from YouTube, not just deleted from a channel, but removed everywhere. No re-uploads, no mirrors, no clips, no archives. As if it never existed. Which raises a disturbing question. Is it actually possible to erase something from the internet? Because you've probably heard the saying, the internet never forgets. But what if that's wrong? To understand this, we need to talk about how deletion actually works online. Because when you delete a video, you're not destroying it. You're issuing a command, a request, a polite suggestion to a system that decides whether to comply. When a creator deletes a video, the file doesn't vanish instantly. It's marked, flagged, de-indexed, removed from public access. The data still exists temporarily on servers, backups, caches, and content delivery networks. So usually, someone saves it. Someone always saves it. Screen recordings, third-party downloaders, automatic archiving bots, private collectors, which makes fully erased videos extremely rare. And yet, some exist. One of the most unsettling cases involves a video that appeared briefly, was shared quietly, and then vanished so completely that even dedicated archivists couldn't find a copy. But one person claims they did. Here's where things get strange. The video wasn't viral. It didn't have millions of views. It didn't trigger outrage. In fact, most people who saw it didn't even realize it was unusual at first. It was titled something generic, something forgettable, like test footage or camera check. No description, no tags, no comments, just a black thumbnail. When you clicked it, the video began with what looked like raw, unedited footage, a static camera, a room, fluorescent lighting, no music, no cuts. At first glance, it looked like nothing, but people who watched longer noticed something subtle. The audio didn't match the room. There was a low, rhythmic sound under everything, too structured to be ambient noise, too consistent to be random, almost like compressed speech slowed down beyond recognition. Then there was the timestamp. The video was exactly 17 minutes and 17 seconds long, no more, no less. Which by itself means nothing, until you learn that the camera model shown briefly in the reflection at the start of the video didn't exist when the video was supposedly uploaded. Metadata inconsistencies like that usually mean one of two things. Either the metadata was altered, or the upload date was lying. People started digging. Not many, just a handful of curious viewers. The kind of people who download a video just in case. The kind who look at file hashes and compression artifacts for fun. And then, the video was gone. Channel deleted, video URL dead, search results wiped. Normally, this would be the point where someone posts a mirror, but no mirror appeared. Not on YouTube, not on Reddit, not on obscure forums. Nothing. Except for a single post. A user on a small message board claimed they had downloaded the video before it disappeared. They described it in detail, too much detail. Frame-by-frame observations, audio analysis, spectrograms showing patterns that shouldn't exist. They said the low sound wasn't random, it was structured. And when decoded, it wasn't speech, it was timing. Intervals, like a clock, or a signal. Now, before we go any further, let's pause, because this is the moment where your brain should be screaming, "This sounds fake." And that's good. Skepticism is healthy. Most stories about deleted videos fall apart quickly. Someone eventually produces a copy, or the mystery turns out to be a marketing stunt. or an ARG, or someone misunderstanding how content moderation works. But this case is different for one reason. The user didn't upload the video. They didn't share it. They didn't even post screenshots. They claimed that when they tried to open the file after the takedown, it no longer played. The file size was still there, the name was still there, but the contents were zeroed out, as if overwritten. That's not how normal deletion works. Even if YouTube deletes a video, it cannot reach into your local storage and modify your copy, unless the file was never a real video to begin with. This is where things shift from creepy internet story to, wait, what? There's a concept in computing called a placeholder payload, a file that looks like one thing, behaves like another, and changes depending on how it's accessed. Most commonly used in DRM systems, malware research, and honeypots. In theory, a video file could be structured so that it only fully decodes under certain conditions. For example, while connected to a specific server, while a verification token is valid, while a timestamp window is open. Once those conditions are gone, the file becomes unreadable garbage, which raises an uncomfortable possibility. What if the video was designed to disappear, not taken down, but self-invalidating? A video that only exists temporarily, even if saved. Why would anyone do that? Well, consider what videos are usually for: entertainment, education, communication. But videos can also be probes, tests, signals. During the early days of the internet, researchers uploaded deliberately strange content to see how fast it spread, who archived it, and where it ended up. Governments do similar things with classified leaks, watching which copies surface and where. So imagine this: a video uploaded not to be watched, but to observe who watches, who downloads, who analyzes, who shares. And then it disappears, leaving behind only discussion, speculation, fragments of memory. At this point, the forum thread exploded. Some users dismissed it as fiction. Others dug into the technical claims. A few pointed out that similar vanishing files had been documented before, in academic papers, not creepypastas. Then the thread was locked, not deleted, locked. No explanation. And that's where the story ends. No resolution, no recovered file, no final answer. Which is frustrating, but also revealing. Because the most unsettling part of this story isn't whether the video was real. It's that it doesn't need to be. The internet has changed. We assume everything is permanent because for a long time it mostly was. Storage was cheap, archiving was decentralized, platforms didn't care. But now content is ephemeral by design. Stories disappear, accounts vanish, entire channels are wiped overnight. And increasingly, what survives isn't data, it's narrative, what people remember, what they talk about. Which means the internet doesn't remember everything. It remembers what we collectively reconstruct. So when someone says, there was a video and it's gone, the real question isn't whether the video existed, it's whether you believe them, and whether belief is enough to make something real. If this made you think, really think about how fragile digital history actually is, take a moment to like the video, share it, and leave a comment. Because the strangest thing about deleted content isn't that it disappears, it's that sometimes all that's left is the idea that it was there at all.